We need to see the goal. And all these things comes automatically once we understand our path, once we understand our goal. When everything is clear, then the next step when we take towards that automatically goes towards God. Somebody said, if we take one step, if we put one step on the mind, second step automatically goes towards God. It's the mind who doesn't want us to go on that path. Because mind is very powerful, but he does not know the true home. We need to train the mind. We need to tell him this is not your home. Your true home is something else. Like we all are immigrant, most of us. You know, we come to this country. Maybe another 3, 4, 5 generations. People won't even know that we came from India or we came from which country we belong to. So that's what happens. The soul changed so many bodies. We forgot. We really forgot where we came from. What is our true home? We have to go back. Our parents are waiting for us. The Father is waiting for us. The God is really crying when He sees their kids are being lost in this world. He wants His kids back home. He wants. But the kids are so busy in other things, they don't want to come back home. We don't want to come. We don't want to go. If you go and ask someone, do you want to go back to God? No, 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 I have to do so many things. I don't want to die. I have so many else things to see, you know. I still have to make a lot of money and I have to do so many other activities in my life. We don't want. But saints and mystics says that we can experience that also in our lifetime. We can experience where we're going to go after the death. We all are scared out of the death because we don't know where we have to go. But once we see that place, I think we'll be happy to go there. Once there was a kingdom, and in that kingdom they had a policy. They were making a king for 5 years. But the dark side of that kingdom was that after 5 years they're going to put that king into the jungle where all the animals live, and they're going to eat him and he's going to die. But for 5 years he's going to live like a king. So every king who was coming in that kingdom, he was very happy, enjoying having a lavish life. You know the king's life is. But when they know after 5 years the time is over, they start crying. Because they know they're going to be thrown in the jungle. So once there was a smart king. He came. He came, he was living in this, he was enjoying everything. But he said, he sent his minister to that jungle where he was to be thrown after 5 years. He said, go to that jungle. Let's go there now with everyone and clean that jungle. Let's build another house there. So he built a nice house, nice palace over there, because he was a king, he can do. So quietly he did everything. So when 5 years were over, so everybody was looking at the king and he was very happy. And people, they asked, king, why you are happy? Every king who is going after 5 years, they are crying, and why you are happy? He said, I know where I have to go. I have another house there. I'm going to live the same way, the way I'm living here. have the fear. We have the fear because we don't know where we're going to go. But we can experience that house in this lifetime. We can experience that through the meditation. Through the meditation we can experience that. We can rise above from this body and experience that. Like the Lord Rama did. Guru Vashishtha, when he gave the initiation to him, if we read the Ramayana and the Balkand is being written on that. That he rised above from the body and he experienced. When he took the initiation from Guru Vashishtha, he experienced the light and sound with them. He saw when he was above his body. And the same thing happens. Right now we are attached with our body. Right now we are attached to this world. The moment we detached, we rise above from this body, we see the body is immaterial. The first affection and attachment to this body. The body is our nearest friend because we were born and we got the body. That was the first friend we had. And when we leave the body, through the meditation, our first attachment goes into detachment. We detach to the body. And that only happens through the meditation. And only Guru can help us to go into the inner journey. We don't have the power. We are human beings. We live in this world where we have a lust, ego, attachment. There's so many other things we are living on these senses. We can't detach ourselves. We need somebody who's standing at the stable ground, who can pull our hand. If we are in the mud, this whole world is like a mud. The whole physical world is like a Maya. And we're living in this. If the person is stuck in the mud, the more he moves, more he goes deeper into that. But if somebody is standing at the stable ground, he can pull him outside. The Guru is standing at the stable ground. Anything else in this world is not going to last. Only the God's name and the Guru is going to last. Again, the Guru is not a body. The body is immaterial. It's going to die one day. Did not mean. It doesn't mean that if the body left, the power is gone. Power works in a different body. The God power is working in the form of a Guru since the world came into this creation. Since the world was being created from the day one, the God power is working in a Guru. Until the end of this world, the Guru will be there. The Master power will be there. Demand and supply will be there. Because if we have a demand to find God, God power comes and fulfill the supply on that. But we need to have that passion. We need to have that kind of devotion. We need to have that bhakti. We need to have that love and faith. And that is only possible we can experience. So end of the day, everything comes to meditation. Unless we don't experience that we are a soul, everything, we might have a faith. Maybe my brother has a faith, so let's have a faith. My mother has a faith, so let me have a faith. That's a blind faith. This faith is individual faith. Every person has their individual faith. Every person has a different experience. Every person has an individual relation with God, and so every person has it. And every person has a birthright to know God. It's not only the people that live in one country, they can only find God, or people they are rich, they can only find God. People they are literate, or people they are, belong to certain status, they can only find God. No. Every age group, every status symbol, every person in this world, does not matter where they belong to, have a birthright to go back to God. That's why we got this human fall. So God's grace happens on the soul that we get this human form. The second grace happens from God. A living master comes in our life. When the living master comes in our life, that's the biggest second grace. The third grace happens when living master gives us the initiation to connect with the Naam and the Shabd and the Holy Word. That's the third grace, which living master and the master does it. The master power does it. So it is very, very important for all of us. So what is the purpose of our life? The moment we have a self-knowledge, we're going to have a God realization. And that only happens through the meditation. And meditation is no more like a hidden pearl in the East. We all can experience that. For meditation is nothing but sitting in the silence. For meditation, we don't have to leave our home. We don't have to leave our society. We don't have to leave our work. We don't have to do anything unusual. Yes, we have to do something. If we want to meditate, if we want to go on spiritual path, we need to let go of a couple of things in our life. We need to let go, if we want to live a vegetarian life, we need to let go of meat, fish, oil, eggs in our life. If we want to live ethical life, we need to let go anger, lust, ego, attachments. We need to let go of that. If we want to go to the spiritual journey, we need to let go a lot of activities which is waste in our life. We think it is important, but those are not important. According to the spiritual path, in any religion, is being said we need to spend at least 10% of our life towards spirituality. We need to do seva, 10% of our life. It's self-service. It could be with our physically, with mentally, financially. We need to spend at least 10% of our life towards that. So if we really want to do the selfless service, we need to let go other activities and take the time out for the selfless service. If we need to realize it, that our main purpose to have experience God, we need to let go so many other things where we waste our time in the gospel, wasting our time in the internet so many times and watching TV and movies and everything. We need to let go of that. Because that is not our purpose. It could be a byproduct. It could be the things which can give us more satisfaction to our mind and physical body. But we are not a body. We are not a mind. We are not intellect. We are soul. We need to give the food to soul. Then only it gets nourishment to the soul. The food for the soul is only Naam. The food for the soul is only meditation or connecting with the Naam. That's the food. We give only food to body. We give food only to the mind. But now we need to give food to our soul. We do the prayer. Whenever we go to our religious place, we do the prayers. What is the prayer? We are asking something from God. We are talking to God. We are saying, we have a belief that there is a God and that we are asking Him. And so many times we ask for something in our life. We do